You from wherever you are joining us. This is brunch time with Mayegun live. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. Please read beyond the caption for this broadcast. Read the description as well. Like it. Share it. To invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends. Tell all of them that Mayegun today, Mayegun don't come. Thank you. So this afternoon, this morning, depends on the time you are joining. We shall be continuing from where we stopped last night. Because it seems like it is an unfinished business yesterday. And I have seen a lot of Simon ONOKPASA people besieged my channel, calling me names, Afonja, betrayer, jealousy, enemy, and all those things. You know why I'm not going to really be miffed by all of that nonsense from some of you? It's because you have called yourself worst names, simply because you disagree between yourselves on top this Biafra matter. But there is something I'm going to say to you. If you are a Simon ONOKPASA supporter, there are 5 stages of grief. The first one is denial. The second one is anger. The third one is bargaining. The fourth one is depression. And the last one is acceptance. You are all going to pass through that stages one by one. And eventually, you are going to accept the reality. But I will get back to you. Similarly to the Ronukus, it's the same. Majority of them who went all out for Tinubu, they called their fellow, especially the Ronukus, they called their fellow Yorubas Omuale, all for Kolu. And less than 2 years after, majority of them they've passed through the stages of denial, anger, depression, bargaining, and then maybe at acceptance. I don't know what stage some of them are right now. But the truth of the matter is that on Mayegun's Diary Political, I am the person that will say the truth to you, even if it makes you uncomfortable. And you can call me any name you want. You can ask me stupid questions as much as you like. All those stages, I kind of understand them very well. When something is wrong, I'll say it to your face, it is wrong. And if it's pretty much right, I won't deny you that fact too. And I've told you many times, I am Mayegun, I never change that name because I am not an attention whore. You get that now? So you may like me in the morning, and there's possibility you won't like me by evening. So if you have liked Mayegun all this while, and somehow it has made you so uncomfortable now, you are welcome to the party. So let's talk about the latest from ONOKPASA. Mr. Jesu Tega made a video when Tinubu announced Bulaba as his spokesperson. That got to him so much that he made a 6 minute or 7 minutes video where he expressed himself and his disappointment. How Tinubu used them and dumped them, and how his supporters felt used as well. Like how his supporters are so sad that rather than them being rewarded, despite all their sacrifices for Tinubu, they felt so betrayed and let down. Well, that cry is not really over. And I kind of have my own, it's like I have this, feeling that those who are pushing Mr. Jesu Tega ONOKPASA to go ahead or go on the media run, they are likely those who rejected the Bulaba in the first place. Dani Bulaba, the same guys who demoted him within 24 hours of him being signed on as one of the sellers for Tinubu, right? Well, that is where we are going to start this afternoon. Okay, it was a guest on the program with Charles on Arise News last night, where he expressed further his disappointment in Tinubu's choice. He even called on him to sack him now, or else they will show Tinubu in 2027. I don't know if they have an idea that only people will make come to 2027 will actually have a chance, or we have a chance to take a shot at Tinubu. Then there is this other sort of a trending, and I believe it's intentional though, right? Trending misrepresentation again that the Igbos don't sell their lands to strangers. This has been debunked severally. But when Reuben Akpati decided to push that again, I sense an agenda. And see, every time the conversation like that comes up, we have had the non-Igbos who either served as NYSC corps members in Eastern Nigeria, or they have actually lived there, run businesses there, and they are non-Igbos. Every time their story pops up to say, no, this is not true, don't generalize, this and that, people tend to ignore such messages to amplify the ones that says they don't sell their lands to strangers. So we are going to touch on that today. Okay? But let's start with Mr. ONOKPASA, the first part.
Yeah, this is a serious black eye. Dear and beloved president stabbed all of us, his staunch supporters in the back with this absolutely ridiculous, meaningless, and just inexplicable appointment.
So what do you think brought on this appointment?
I don't know.
That you see as an act of betrayal?
Some of his, it has totally riled our party. Some apologists. You know, I'm a Tinubu supporter. I'm not a sycophant. Those who apologize for everything, who apologize for everything, they say it's strategy. I think it's stupidity. You know, it makes people who worked. You know, we won this election, the last election, with the lowest margin since 1999. Every other president has won by more than 50% of the votes, Charles. We won with less than 40% of the votes. So for me, well, as a Catholic, I believe it's just the will of God.
That may be the reason why he wants to form a broader base.
Yes, a broader base by stabbing his supporters in the back and bringing in people who insulted. How do you call a president of a country a drug dealer? I mean, Daniel Boala is a lawyer. He has no evidence, not a shred of evidence, that our president is a drug dealer. He called him a drug baron. Then how does a president now appoint such a person? We were the ones defending him. Then this person who called our president, collective president, that's the president God gave us, called him a drug dealer, you make him your spokesman. Then Bayo Ononuga tries to rationalize. It's just ridiculous, Charles.
I mean, what is your main gripe? Is it that Mr. Boala's appointment is bad for the president's image and his PR, or is it that the jobs are being taken away from Mr. Tinubu's supporters who campaigned for him, like yourself, and being given to people like Mr. Boala, who campaigned against him, or is it both?
First of all, not all of us want appointment. Not all of us need appointment.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
I'm wondering what your gripe
yes,
is. Right.
it's just the insult that our president seems to take us for granted. He does not feed us. I've never gone to Tinubu's house to sit and start waiting for him to give me anything. Never. There are those who do that. Not all of us do that. Some of us just love, and for me, in fact, I even like the president as if he's a family member. I don't know why. You know, and that is why it's really, really hot. That my president just behaved as if he can stab anyone in the back, disgrace anyone, humiliate anyone. I mean, I don't. Boala helped Atiku Abubakar to fail in 2003, and he will help Ashiwaju Bola Tinubu to fail in 2027.
Is that a prediction from you then?
Of course, unless he has to. We can't tolerate this. You see.
You say you can't tolerate it. Clearly, this particular appointment has gone down like a sort of lead balloon for you. I mean,
no, for all of us in our party.
But you're clearly not happy about it. Do you intend to fight it, or is this the extent of your protest?
Not at all. No, we can't tolerate it. You see,
So
you have to respect.
Do, then?
Well, we are politicians. We are Nigerians. We are citizens. We have rights. Now.
Yeah, but the president has a right to appoint whoever he wants to.
Who cares? We also have a right to hire and fire a president.
So you're going to work against him then in 2027?
No. He has to rescind this appointment.
Well, how would you hire and fire him if you're not working against him?
Well, let that time come. I support my president.
ONOKPASA is a very funny guy. And I won't lie to you, right? He's one of the mumus, elderly mumus, that really does really crack me up. Yeah, I don't know, maybe it's because of the way he talks or what he says or all of the above. It does crack me up. Okay? And I get it. I understand where it's coming from. It is like Tinubu poking their eyes. And I did say something about that, a few days ago when I said that except for Ronukus who are putting a premium price on themselves or value on themselves, thinking they actually have real value, but they don't. See, if you have people who already willingly accepted your bullshit, so to say, here you get. You don't have to, without convincing them, without kind of doing anything, and they are willing to lick your ass and all of that. Yeah? So you don't really have anything much to really do to convince them anymore to stay. They already did that willingly. We call them the voluntary slaves. So the voluntary slaves have chosen to lick your ass. So you would rather gravitate towards others who can't stand you, the ones who can't really, stand your bullshit, right? So you will try to do everything to get their attention, possibly to win them over to yourself. You don't go ahead and be convincing people who have already volunteered to be ass lickers, like, the mumus, your own natural mumus. So every time I listen to him, it does crack me up. Okay? But there is this extensive conversation on the matter. This one is a longer one, and because of our time. So I think we should just get down to it. All right? Because we still have a kind of a lot of gist this afternoon. Okay? So ONOKPASA continues. Why he believes that Tinubu's decisions, they are not strategy, they are stupidity. And he kind of strongly believed that Tinubu is a stupid person. And they will teach him a lesson in 2027. You didn't make him president. I mean, people need to get that into their heads, okay? Yes, there were those who went on to actually lined up to vote for Tinubu. But throughout that year, 2023 charade, Tinubu no scored 2 million votes. Even Kwakwansop had more votes than Tinubu if they have to kind of like count the foolish people, the voluntary slaves, okay, who went to the poll who were actually thumbprinted for Tinubu, they no reach 2 million. Or no thanks to Mumudu Yakubu, the one that allocated vote to everybody. Allocated, I say, you have 8 million, 8.9 million. This one, you have 6.9 million. This one, you have 6.1 million. You have 1.2 million. Person that was announcing election results that he can't really back up. That is even up to now. If you go to the INEC website, where they were supposed to have uploaded all the results, this is like 2 years after, I mean, February. That's like 2 years, 9 months after. They still haven't uploaded the full results that they declared for Tinubu up to this day. They haven't. Because it doesn't exist. It's just manufactured figure. So don't ever think that because you are screaming Akobi, Ashiwaju this, Ashiwaju that, Tinubu this and that you actually brought him into power. You did not. He told them in the northern delegate that visited him, he told them, I bought this seat, I bought this presidency. So don't come here and threaten me with, we won't vote for you, we won't support you again. No, you never really supported me. So now that he did that when he didn't have power, now he has the power over you to appoint, to fire and to hire and fire. Now how they make yourself feel like you're right. But again, he's a guy that does crack me up. He may not really be somebody of your own liking, okay? But like we say in Yoruba land, you get that? It's easier to look at a lunatic dance naked in the market. Like you may be seen and be laughing, but you do not want that lunatic, that way to be a member of your family. Because if he's a member of your family, you won't be laughing. Right? So we'll go listen to ONOKPASA again in the studio of Arise Television, Arise TV with Charles. Please.
To Tinubu's house to sit and start waiting for him to give me anything. Never. There are those who do that. Not all of us do that. Some of us just love, and for me, in fact, I even like the president as if he's a family member. I don't know why. You know, and that is why it's really, really hot. That my president just behaved as if he can have anyone in the back, disgrace anyone, humiliate anyone. I mean, I don't trust him anymore. I'm sorry. I don't.
Right. What I'm wondering is whether this response from you is a full-scale reprisal, because, I mean, if it was, you'd probably renounce your support for the president.
No, I still support my president.
Well, you said you don't trust him anymore.
I don't.
That's a form of renunciation.
Yes, but he's still my president.
But if it was a full-scale sort of reprisal, you would probably also resign from the APC.
No, I won't.
So this is more of a calibrated response.
Yes, but our party is our party. I can't remember the name. My president, right or wrong, that's not my philosophy. But I still support my president. It's just that it's clearly, totally misguided, and it's just doing things that he thinks things will help him in 2027. And I was on you're not a politician, so you won't be members of such platforms. Somebody said that it is strategy. And I said, no, stupidity. Boala helped Atiku Abubakar to fail in 2003, and he will help Asiwaju Bola Tinubu to fail in 2027.
Is that a prediction from you then?
Of course, unless he has to, we can't tolerate this. You see,
you say you can't tolerate it. Clearly, this particular appointment has gone down like a sort of lead balloon for you. I mean,
no, for all of us in our party.
But you're clearly not happy about it. Do you intend to fight it, or is this the extent of your protest?
Not at all. No, we can't tolerate it. You see,
So
you have to respect.
do, then?
Well, we are politicians. We are Nigerians. We are citizens. We have rights. Now,
Yeah, but the president has a right to appoint whoever he wants to.
who cares? We also have a right to hire and fire a president.
So you're going
our
to
right.
work against him then in 2027?
No. He has to rescind this appointment.
Well, how would you hire and fire him if you're not working against him?
Well, let that time come. I support my president, but he just has to respect all of us in this party.
What about the appointment of other non-APC people, like, for instance, Bianca Ono, who's now a Minister of State of
There's
Foreign
nothing
Affairs?
wrong with Bianca.
I mean, she's from an opposition party, but that doesn't get your goat.
No, it does not, because Bianca never insulted us, never disrespected us.
Right.
Bianca is the wife of our dearly departed brother, Odumegu Ojukwu. In fact, Bianca's appointment was, I would say, is the strategic one. You know, it's a, you see, the way we form this.
So that makes more sense to you
by far
as a strategy.
Yes,
Right.
because no, it's not strategy. It's to unify the country. If you look at this, our government, it's really freaky, and many of us have not, just maybe because of our love for Asiwaju, we've not been complaining about it. I mean, where are the Niger Deltans in the government? Where are the Igbos in the government? Where are the Hausa Fulanis in the government? We won, even in Yoruba land, we won in Ekiti, we won in Ondo, we won in Ogo. Where are those people? You form a government of Lagos and Osun, where you lost? I mean, what an insult.
So what is your, I mean, let me just clarify what your position is now in terms of your support for President Tinubu. I'm not talking about on a personal,
I support
politically.
I support my president, but I'm very, very, very angry with him.
Right. So beyond this move of appointing Mr. Bwala being badly thought, I mean, it's not just Mr. Bwala, because you're mentioning a lot of other things.
He has to sack Bwala.
Yeah, but what about the other things you talked about? You talked about the other appointments that have not been made, and that it's essentially a government of Lagos and Osun State.
Well, that is up to him. If he feels that he has, my president feels he has conquered everyone, conquered everywhere, we shall see what will happen in 2027.
What about his policies? I mean, I know you're a big advocate of trying to make the situation of the poor in Nigeria better.
Of course.
Are you seeing that in his policies?
Not at all. Not at all. That's even, it's the strange part. What, you know, Asiwaju is actually, in fact, Asiwaju is confusing us. Asiwaju is someone that, if you are around him, you can't be somebody being hungry. He's a nice guy. He hates someone being hungry around him. So it's so strange that he seems to be comfortable with hunger.
When you say hate, so you mean that he tries to alleviate that person's
he does.
hunger?
Yes,
Right, okay.
He does that. He takes care of
Right.
people. That's why I love him. Now, he does not take care of me. I take care of myself. God takes care of me. Asiwaju has never given me one kobo. I don't owe him anything. He's the one that owes me something. Now, then we now form a government and prices keep increasing. Our citizens hardly have food to, can hardly afford food. Okay, what was our plan? We massively produce food for Nigerians. And the whole idea is this. If, for instance, if we can't reduce fuel prices, let us reduce food prices. Let our citizens just be able to eat. I was talking, Charles, to a professor of psychology, and I asked him a question. This is something that has never happened to me. What will a man feel if in the morning he wakes up and he can't feed his children? And he said the man will feel
Worthless.